Ladies and gentlemen, I've always told you that politics is a very interesting game, but politics is also a very dangerous game. Some 2 days ago, 9 members of parliament from the mountain addressed the media. And in their address to the media, they issued a notice of demonstrations to William Samoei Arap Ruto over what they termed Mungiki menace.
Siku ya leo kama wamama wa mlima tumetokea kusema hatutaki Mungiki irudi Mount Kenya tena. Miaka iliyopita tuliona vile Mungiki ilitufanyia, vile Mungiki hakuna ungeanza kujenga chochote bila Mungiki kusimama hapo. Kwa matatu ungeingia kwa matatu bila Mungiki kupatiana orders ati uingie, lazima matatu zingeripa. Ungeweza kufanya chochote hata kulima bila kupatia pesa Mungiki. Kwa wakati huu tumeona wametokelezea wakiwa wabaya tena zaidi. Sisi kama wamama wa mlima tumekataa. Tunasema ya kwamba watoto wetu hawataingia hii sekti ya Mungiki tukiwa tunaangalia na tumenyamaza. Hatutakubali watoto wetu ambao wamemaliza kidato cha 4 na wale wa darasa la 8 ati kuambio lazima wawe registered.
According to the 9 members of parliament, Mungiki has actually regrouped and they have taken control of the transport and business sectors in the mountain. And according to them, they've already conducted recruitment exercise in Kenol in Murang'a, and they're now planning to move to Nyeri and Nakuru. In this video, I want to reveal to you guys the dark side of politics. Because if you've been following the politics of this country very closely, last week, Maina Njenga, the chairman, was hosted on Citizen TV. And that was the beginning of the problem. Let me just read for you what Dennis Itumbi posted after that interview. This is what Dennis Itumbi posted on his official Twitter handle after that interview. When is Citizen Kenya hosting Al-Shabaab? They have some retired guys too. Now, from that question alone, it was clear that the government had taken note of the fact that Citizen TV, one of the biggest media houses, had hosted Maina Njenga. Then Kimani Ichung'wah quoted what Dennis Itumbi posted, and this is what he said. You know whose bid they are on. Ole Itumbi, you know who is using Mungiki and for what purpose. You know that person would still use Al-Shabaab. I don't know if Citizen TV would host first or they would first be hosted by Kameme FM as the script follows. Remember, this is Citizen TV, one of the biggest media houses in the Republic of Kenya, hosting Maina Njenga. Then Kimani Ichung'wah now drags the name of Kameme FM. Why do you think he's dragging the name of Kameme FM? Kameme FM is also one of the major media stations which is associated with Uhuru Kenyatta in the mountain. And that's why Kimani Ichung'wah is dragging the name of Kameme FM. Remember that video of Kameme FM when they had that roadshow where the residents rejected William Ruto, Rigathi Gachagua, and Kenya Kwanza government. So you can look at it from that perspective. But I have several questions because in this video, I want to reveal to you guys the real motive of that call by the 9 members of parliament to demonstrate over Mungiki. Let me ask you some 3 or 4 questions. Why do you think only women MPs from Mount Kenya address the media? Because the fact is, the 9 members of parliament who addressed the media over the Mungiki menace were actually women members of parliament. Why do you think only women MPs addressed the media? Where are the men? Why can someone like Kimani Ichung'wah address the media? That's the first question. The truth is, they chose women for sympathy. The second question is, why not file official complaint? Because if these guys are saying that Mungiki had already conducted recruitment exercise in Kenol, why can't they complain? Why can't they just go and file official complain to the authorities? Or are they trying to tell us that we have a government that is not even aware that Mungiki are recruiting members? The third question that I'm asking myself, these are members of parliament. Why are they not raising these issues in parliament? Because I think in parliament, they have that platform where they can seek for answers or demand for action from the relevant ministry over the issue of the Mungiki. The truth of the matter is that there is a threat which Maina Njenga is posing to these guys. And that is what is informing the noise they're making about Mungiki. Because remember, just ahead of the last election, they were the same people who are telling Kenyans that why is it that every time there's a rebellion by the youth in Mount Kenya, then they are referred to as Mungiki. Why are they now complaining? So in this video, I want to reveal to you guys the real objective that the press conference was intended to achieve. So please just take a few more minutes and wait for that analysis. But before you do that, in case you're watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. First of all, do you think Maina Njenga is a factor in Mount Kenya? For those who've been following this channel, and most of you guys actually castigated me for raising that. Initially, I stated in this platform that Maina Njenga is going to be a factor in Mount Kenya politics. I made it very clear. Most of you guys disagreed with me. But Maina Njenga has now stamped his authority as a factor in Mount Kenya politics. Last week, and part of this week, Maina Njenga's case is actually ongoing in Nakuru. You saw how the police blocked his supporters. So the supporters decided to just sit somewhere and follow the proceedings. And that was a serious message to anybody who cared. But why do you think these guys are now planning demonstrations, if indeed they are serious, against Maina Njenga, against Mungiki in Mount Kenya? Number one, in my view, I'm 100% convinced that the whole idea is a strategy to tame Maina Njenga's wave amongst the youth in Mount Kenya. You know, in the last election, William Ruto was able to manipulate the young people of the mountain. The young people were incited against Uhuru Kenyatta. Then Maina Njenga is now there, taking charge of the youths. The youths are listening to him. The youth are not listening to any other person. The truth is, in Mount Kenya today, because I think of the promises which William Ruto made to the people there and he has failed to deliver, most of those people now listen to Maina Njenga. In fact, in several events, they've always shouted down Kenya Kwanza leaders. So which means there's a Maina Njenga wave which is sweeping the mountain, especially amongst the youth. So the idea of raising this issue, and probably the government is going to swing into action, is to deter the youths from joining Maina Njenga. Because Maina Njenga has made it very clear that Mungiki is no longer there. He's made it very, very clear that Mungiki is no longer there. Then he's saying now that for him, he just wants to be the Mount Kenya kingpin. The moment he said that, Rigathi said, no way. Every other person, no way. But Maina Njenga has been moving around the mountain. So the truth is, it's a strategy of taming Maina Njenga's wave in the mountain. With Maina Njenga on their side, they will be safe. But with Maina Njenga not on their side, the way I'm trying to presume is currently on the other side of Uhuru Kenyatta, they are in big trouble. Number two, I think the idea also is to try and tame the fear of rebellion against Kenya Kwanza, especially in the mountain. The truth is, and this is known to every Kenyan, including those who voted for William Ruto, that there is silent rebellion against Kenya Kwanza government, especially in their strongholds, be it Rift Valley, be it Mount Kenya. I'm not saying they are living, you can rebel, but still support. So that rebellion is what these guys don't want to come out. Because if Mungiki is there, as they are saying, then what are they doing still in government? They can raise these issues. They can deal with Mungiki. Yeah. Why is it that they're not reporting these cases? Because if you compare the emergence of Mungiki during those years and the current generation, there's totally difference. Because there is no way Mungiki can converge without a single person taking even a video secretly. Previously, they would meet, nobody would know. So I fear that these guys have noted that there's a growing rebellion in Mount Kenya against Kenya Kwanza government. So they want to brand majority of those people who are rebelling as Mungiki. So for me, that will be very unfortunate. Number 3, the idea is also to try and instill fear in the residents by invoking the name Mungiki. I've talked to several of my friends on this platform, especially the days I've done videos about Mungiki, about Maina Njenga. And most people have told me that when you mention Mungiki to an ordinary woman or man in the Mount Kenya, basically there's a fear in them. So people fear people fear Mungiki. That is the honest truth. So this is what they want to instill in people, that, okay, you see that Maina Njenga who has called for that mega event. Maina Njenga has called for a very big event that's going to take place somewhere in Nyeri. And that's why these guys are worried. It's going to revive Mungiki. If you listen to those women MPs, they were like, the last time, in Nyeri, in Muranga, 40 heads, where vichwa zilikuwa zinapatikana. So this is ideally, they're trying to create fear in the residents, so that the residents will not now start viewing Maina Njenga as a reformed person. If Maina Njenga is still the leader of Mungiki the way they allege, why not just arrest him, charge him with the offense of leading an illegal gang or sect, for that matter? So they want to instill fear. And that's why they were very strategic on the choice of people to address the media, the women. Women are normally the weak point. Number 4 is they want to divert the attention of the mountain and the Kenyans in general from Kenya Kwanza failures. Currently, the country we are witnessing as a country, we are witnessing El Nino. The government contradicted the Met Department when they stated there will be no El Nino. That was William Ruto. Today, I've just seen him address the media after a meeting with the cabinet over this thing. He told the Kenyans there's no El Nino. Now El Nino is dealing with Kenyans ruthlessly in other parts of the country. So the thing is, Kenya Kwanza made promises to Kenyans. Most of those promises are yet to be made. One of them is youth unemployment. So if you don't offer employment to youths, what do you expect them to do? They'll start listening to Maina Njenga. Why? Because Maina Njenga is giving them hope. So if you don't want youths to join Maina Njenga, give youths jobs. But because the government has failed, they want to now divert the attention by making these outrageous claims. So that by the time Maina Njenga's event will be near, maybe he's going to be arrested or they are going to stop that event. And lastly, if you ask me, it all boils down to Uhuru Kenyatta succession politics in Mount Kenya. Who is going to succeed Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta? Is that person Rigathi Gachagua? Is that person Ndindi Nyoro? Is that person Martha Karua? Is that person Maina Njenga? Maina Njenga has announced publicly in the open that is the sole Mount Kenya spokesman. That is the kingpin. So it's all about that. I don't know what you think. That's my take. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.